So I've been listening to this Mike Huckabee and Lindsey Graham, and let's see, John Hagee, and even this nitwit, the Yahoo Milikowski there, the Bolshevik from Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, Donald Trump, and that Adelson, that gambling casino owner Adelson's big Zionist Chabadi, and I don't even think the guy's Jewish. I think he's just a Bolshevik. Nitwit the Yahoo remarking how if it wasn't for the Bolsheviks of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, that the United States wouldn't even exist, and how the people of the United States owe a big debt of gratitude to the Bolshevik Zionists for the existence of the United States. Well, I want to let everybody know, I wrote a letter this morning up to the Iroquois Indian Museum curator Dave Fadden. His dad, Ray Fadden, used to take quite an interest in me as I was a kid coming up, and explained a lot to me about the Six Nations of the Iroquois Nation, the Six Nations, the six tribes of the Iroquois Confederacy. And then, of course, my grandmother, Della Guyette, had Algonquin, fractionally it was Algonquin, so let me see here. Over 400 years ago, in a rowboat, they came over here in a rowboat from England, my ancestors. They didn't have a pier. There was no dock, so they had to anchor off the beach there and get in a rowboat. And they came ashore at what is today Accomack County on the outer neck of Virginia. And 9 generations of Withams, Essex of England, Witham River, Witham, the Tales of Robin Hood from Witham, England. That's my clan and my homies, the Withams of England. And they came in about 1618, and there wasn't a Trump or an Adelson or a Milikowski on the continent in those days. This idea that America exists because of Israel, that smacks of greater Israel aspirations, where these Chabadian Zionist Bolsheviks want to take over the United States too for part of their greater Israel world domination project. So I woke up this morning and I was thinking about my dad. He was a Navy pilot during World War II. He was a carrier pilot in the Pacific. He had been training pilots at Gray Lakes Naval Air Station when Pearl got attacked. And from what I understand, there's never been a Trump in the military, except maybe that academy that Mafia Donnie attended when he was growing up with silver spoons in his ass. Donnie Trump, the cadet there. Now, I'm an oath keeper. Have been since I was just a young boy, actually. I was inducted into the militia there on Lake George when I was like 12, 13 years old, 14 years old, to do the reenactments of the Battle of Lake George and Battle of Champlain and etc., so on and so forth. Grew up just a little ways from Bennington, Vermont, and grew up just a little ways from Saratoga and Ticonderoga. And my family been here on Turtle Island over 400 years. And I got a message for Donald Trump. You and your Bolshevik, Chobadian, Zionist, goose-stepping creeps, your big pal there, Milikowski, the internationally wanted war criminal for crimes against humanity. Well, my dad used to have to climb into the cockpit of his fighter plane during World War II and go fight the enemy machine gun to machine gun. And I know that my father, from what he told me, every time he got in his plane, he was scared shitless. That was a real war, and those were real machine guns and real bullets, Donald Trump. And my father served this country with distinction to the best of his ability before his heart failed him. The stress was too much. His heart got him. So they clipped his wings because his heart, he was risk for passing out at the stick. So they clipped his wings before the end of the war. And Don Trump, I got a message for you. You and your Chobadian Zionist Bolshevik pals, you can't have the country. Sorry, Don. Nope, ain't going to happen. I don't care how many Chobadian Zionist Bolshevik buddies of yours from New York City don't like it. I don't care, Don Trump. I think Chuck Baldwin's got your number. And there's quite a few other people in this country got your number too, by the way. I was kind of interested to watch what's called the Seditionist Six. They're spot on. And, well, apparently the Constitution of the United States and its First Amendment allows them to discuss refusing to follow illegal orders. And that's whether you and Pete Hegseth like it or not. Or all your Trump stains there, your Trump bot, your goose-stepping Trump bots. If they don't like it, get the hell out of my country. Get out of my country, Donald Trump. My family been here 9 generations. And then, of course, my grandmother's Algonquin clan. They've been here hundreds and hundreds of generations. So I woke up this morning, I was thinking about my dad and how difficult it was for him to do his job during World War II. And I came to this conclusion. I don't give a rat's patootie. Mr. Don Trump, you and your Zionist, Chobadian, Bolshevik, international war criminal friends, well, you can't have my country. It's the way it is. And there's a bunch of your little, what do you call their nutlickers? Nutlick? And that's your overseer from Tel Aviv, Jerusalem there, that Mr. Nutlick. All your nutlicking pals can take a freaking hike. Take a hike, Mr. Trump. You can't have our country. You can't have it. Too bad. So I'm going to leave it right there, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, I didn't vote for Harris. I didn't vote for Clinton. I supported Ross Perot and Pat Buchanan, and I did vote for Trump the first time, but I'll never make that mistake again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it right there, and as always, hasta la vista, God bless, and remember one thing. The Jews, the Israelis, had absolutely nothing to do with the New World, the colonies. The creation of the United States. Sorry, nitwit Yahoo Milikowski. You're totally full of sewage.